Second here. Let me
Okay.
switch. And
I'm over here. You can watch it here.
Looks beautiful, Tiff.
awesome. Thank
Look at
you.
those girls. Whew.
Yeah.
Photoshop does wonders for me.
Oh, stop it.
Anyway, let me open up. My apologies of not being here like I had planned on, but even after turning my laptop on 2 hours ago, I decided I wanted to do an update, which is time to panic. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday now. This is Rick Tennant, Chairman of San Diego PATA, and hope everyone is doing well, and hopefully we'll all be soon doing what we do best, and that is travel. Before introducing you to Azamara and our two guests, we have a few housekeeping requests. We are again recording this presentation and we'll be uploading it soon to our new YouTube channel. Please, 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 as a courtesy to our presenters and attendees, mute yourself. Muting gives everyone a clear chance to listen to the presenters without any background noise. As always, we encourage you to ask questions, so please use the question and answer box at the bottom of your screen. Please keep in mind that Azamara, Royal Caribbean, and the Sycamore partners are in a very fluid situation right now, and that our presenters may not have all of the answers, but I bet they will have most of them that you're looking for in their presentation. There will be two presentations, and after our second presentation, we will go over all of your questions. Our presenters, I will offer up our tentative upcoming, after our presentation, I will offer up our tentative upcoming Zoom presentations. However, optimistically, all of us on the SANPATA board are looking forward to going back to our live in-person meetings in San Diego as soon as possible. I have a very, very, very special request for everybody that, and I'd like to give everybody some time to think about it, but we are trying very, very hard to get our tailgate event for San Marcos on Tuesday, March 16th in San Diego going. If you think there might be a possibility, in fact, I'd like to know everybody's feelings. If they would be willing to attend such an event, it would be in the afternoon, or if they would not, please either a yes or no, because we're trying to make a tough decision right now, and we want to make the best one, not only for our members, but our partner suppliers. Also, too, I would like to welcome our guests, Beth Taylor of the San Diego ASTA and Ellen McDaniel, our ASTA Orange County Small Business Network, who we are trying to utilize both of our Zoom presentations to better all of our members at no additional charge. So with that, I would like to welcome to our San Diego PATA members, our first presentation by Lori Goldsfield, the Director of Sales of the West for Azamara. Lori has been in the cruise industry since 1985 and with Azamara since 2008. She has been on over 130 cruises and loves to explore and connect with the people and cultures when she travels. Lori lives in San Marcos and is currently working on her pickleball skills. And I'd like to add, I think Lori was really the very, very first cruise BDM when she worked for another cruise line that I met when I got into this business some 25 years ago. So with that, please, it's all yours, Lori.
Rich, Rick, thank you so much. And God, it's so great to see so many old friends. Oh my God. But I want to also welcome Tiffany Kilgast. She is our amazing rock star strategic business development manager that works with all of you. And she's been with Azamara now for, oh my God, it's past 2 years, right, Tiffany?
Almost, on the 19th. February 19th.
Wow. And I was so lucky to have met Tiffany a couple of years ago when she was working for another cruise company. And she really is a rock star and is so fantastic at what she does. So it'll be the both of us presenting today. And I'm actually in sunny Florida, working remotely right now, which is a little bit crazy. But before we give you an update on Azamara, I just want to say, being in this industry for so long, we've all gone through a lot together. And the past year has been really a crazy year. especially for the cruise industry, the world. And we know as travel advisors how hard you're all working, booking people, rebooking, cancellations, and it's not fun times. We can't wait to have fun again. We can't wait to be back in the water. And if anything that this has taught a consumer, you really are on your own without a travel advisor. So I have to just say, on behalf of everyone at Azamara and the entire industry, thank you for all that you do. We love you. We'd love to give you all big hugs. And if you're doing an event on March 16th in San Marcos, I want to be there. And Leslie and I will have to lead a pickleball game. So, but during this time, there has been some excitement at Azamara. And when I look back, and I've been in this amazing industry for 36 years, and I started as a reservation agent at Carnival Cruise Line, and I've had an exciting career. I joined Royal Caribbean Group about 13 years ago, and I joined the Azamara team with Larry Pimentel. And when I joined this team, I was so excited to help spread the message on this boutique brand with a really cool message of a boutique hotel at sea, taking you from place to place with more time in port. We're the landline, late night stays and overnights, less than 700 guests. That's what Azamara is about. Well, at Royal Caribbean Group, we have Royal Caribbean, we have Celebrity, and then 2 years ago, Royal Caribbean bought Silversea, and last year took 100% ownership. An opportunity presented with Sycamore Partners, which is a private equity firm, bought Azamara 2 weeks ago. Now, when we got this announcement, it was like, wow. And I have to tell you, immediately within an hour, I went from a lot of different emotions, and now I am so excited. This is a partner that has an amazing consumer profile with owning Stuart Weitzman shoes, Ann Taylor, Staples, a $15 billion private equity firm that searched brands to buy and bought Azamara because they loved what we're about. They bought the talent, so that means shoreside, on board, and the 3 ships. And they got a very good price on it, so that's great. And within a couple of days of this purchase, they bought us a new baby. So we will have a 4th ship, and that will join our fleet in the spring of 2022 in Europe. Our amazing itinerary planner is already working on the itineraries that she'll be doing. We don't know the name yet. We're going to make it fun. We're going to get our partners, our family, which means all of you, our advisors, involved in the naming and so forth. But what's also really exciting is when I look at our COO right now, Carol Cabezas, she joined Azamara a couple of years ago, and she came from Royal Caribbean Group and was at Royal Caribbean Group for about 23 years. And she was our leader. So now she will be our president. And then Sycamore hired Orlando Ashford, who many of you know was the president of Holland America. He's got an amazing background, and he is the chairman of Azamara, and he will be the bridge between Sycamore Partners and Azamara, but Carol will lead our team, which means operations and everything. She's been doing it for the past several years. When Larry stepped down last year, and Larry stepped down because of COVID in order to save positions at Azamara. I feel very fortunate because I'm part of this small brand where we did not have to let go of anybody from our sales team. You know, I lead the West Coast, but I also oversee national accounts. And we have 9 strategic business development managers throughout the US and Canada. We're small, we're mighty, and we are the little engine that could. And what's so exciting is now we have the opportunity in this crazy COVID world to have a private equity company believe in us and help us grow and expand. So it's very, very exciting. You know, as Rick mentioned, everything is so fluid, and the best way to get information is azamara.com/travel advisory. Because as we know, things change minute by minute. Right now, we're paused operations until May 1st on the Quest, the Journey May 7th, and the Pursuit May 9th. Now, could things change? Of course, there's a great possibility that there could be further suspensions. So as of right now, this is what we have up to date. But hold on, air conditioning in Florida, no voice. We have to continue the dreaming of going on a vacation and going on a cruise. When you look at the mental states of so many people, right? Because we have not been traveling, and there's going to be such pent-up demand. So we put a program in place called Cruise with Confidence. It was set to expire on February 1st. We extended it until April 30th of 2021. Now, this is for all of our sister brands right now, and we're still part of Royal Caribbean Group. The sale is going through on March 19th, so on March 20th, we will be Azamara, owned by Sycamore. But our systems are still going to be tied to Royal Caribbean Group for the next year. So you are all used to using Cruising Power, Expresso. The commission structure is staying the same throughout 2022. And our systems are going to be linked to Royal Caribbean until we build our own. Now, the exciting part about that is building our own systems. We can build and customize what's best for Azamara. But the Cruise with Confidence program is with Royal Caribbean and Celebrity, and a client can change their mind up to 48 hours prior and get 100% future cruise credit. Or if the price changes and it's outside final payment, they can get a refund. If it's within final payment, they'll get an onboard credit. And it's for sailings through April 30th of 2022. As deployment opens, if you have something that needs to be out of the box thinking and you need an exception, work with Tiffany. We like to be easy to do business with at Azamara, and we want to work with you. So our three beautiful boutique hotels at sea, the Azamara Journey, Quest, and the Pursuit, and now we have our fourth baby with a new name to be coming soon. So why Azamara? You know, I talked in the beginning that we're a special brand. We connect people to people, people with cultures, by allowing the opportunity to explore further and travel deeper with more time in port. You know, Rick, thank you. You said I've been on over 130 something cruises. I wish when I started my career, I started a log because I have cruised so much. But in the point in my life, I want to spend more time in port and go back to the comfort of my hotel, which is my ship with my amazing crew on board. When you can have a double or a triple overnight in a destination, it's pretty fabulous. And we focus on country intensive itineraries. And we're more inclusive. We're not all inclusive because we don't feel one size fits all, but we include gratuities, complimentary spirits, beer, boutique wines from around the world, cultural evenings that we'll be putting on the ship. Things are changing, right? We're still trying to figure out exactly what the healthy return to service will be. As soon as we have all the details, we will let you all know. But because things are consistently changing, we're not putting anything out yet. We are working with a healthy sail panel, Royal Caribbean Group and NCL Holdings, with a panel of experts that are guiding us to make sure it is safe before we set sail. Now, our demographics are perfect because everyone will have a vaccine by the time we're in the water. Our average age is 64. And it's an explorer mindset, more adventure, About 40% of our clients are from the US and Canada, 40% are from Europe, and 20% are from other countries. So it's really an international feel on board, and that's what travel is all about. Now it's interesting because close to 10% are first-time cruisers. They find us because they're searching for itineraries. Over 51% are first to brand, and close to now about 43-46%. It keeps climbing, especially adding another ship with more destinations, are repeat guests. So our loyalty is very, very high. What gets them on Azamara is the destination. What gets them to come back again and again is our onboard family. You feel like you're at home. And now I'm going to hand it over to Tiffany to talk about some of the amazing destinations that we go to.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lori. So I get to talk about my favorite part of Azamara, which are our itineraries and specifically our country intensive voyages. This is where we dive into one country at a time and explore the big marquee ports that everyone knows and loves, but also the smaller hidden gem ports that maybe your clients haven't even heard of. And because of our ship size, we're able to go to more of those off the beaten path ports and really experience that true local flavor. Now, two of my favorite country intensive voyages are these here, our France intensive and our Spain intensive. And these are with the Bordeaux turnaround. Now, no other ocean ship turns around in Bordeaux. So this truly is an ocean industry exclusive. And very few ocean ships even dock in Bordeaux. And we actually dock in the heart, right next to the riverboat. So really giving our guests that opportunity to walk off the ship and into this amazing destination. And of course, enjoy the amazing Bordeaux wine. So I'm just going to walk you through these itineraries, point out a couple of great things about these and selling points and what really make them unique. So our France intensive starts in Southampton. And as you can see, very port intensive, late night and on floor. We dock in the heart of on floor. We don't leave till 2:30 a.m. So great for those night owls who like to enjoy the nightlife. Paris, we are there for 2 full days. And I'd like to point out that we dock in Roanne, not in Le Havre, where the bigger ships have to dock, where it's about 2.5 hours outside of Paris. We're actually in Roanne, which is only about an hour and a half. So really cutting down on that travel time. And with the 2 nights, or the 2 days and the night in Paris, you can actually even take an overnight bag, go off the ship and stay in Paris for the night and have that overnight experience, that land experience in Paris. Then we're in the heart of Nantes as well, again, right next to the riverboats. We're there till 3 a.m. And then we end with an overnight in Bordeaux. So we dock the day before disembarkation. Our guests have the entire day and night, and they don't have to leave until the next day. Or they can even stay on board and do a back-to-back and not repeat a single port for a total of 23 nights if they'd like. Otherwise, they can go off and do their own thing in Bordeaux, and then our new guests will come on board in Bordeaux for a 13-night sailing. One thing I want to point out here is Seville. You are probably very familiar with Seville versus Cadiz, where most of the bigger ships have to dock in Cadiz and then transfer into Seville. That could take anywhere from about an hour and a half to 2.5 hours, depending on traffic each way. No one wants to do that. So we take you into the heart of Seville, and you can see the bottom left corner picture there, Guadalquivir River. Our ship goes about 60 miles inland up the river, and as you can see, we barely squeeze through the bridge. So we're about as big of a ship you can get into Seville, and we're there for 2 days and an overnight. Some of our Spain intensive itineraries feature a 3-day stay in Seville, so 2 nights in Seville and 3 full days. So really lots of port time here. Only 1 sea day on that 13-night voyage. And that is in later this year. And then even a little bit later this year in the holidays, during the holiday time, we normally don't do the Caribbean. So we're normally not in North America. So this is pretty unique. We added this last year in anticipation of what's happening. So we actually have 3 sailings over the holidays starting in November with 13, 14, and 15 night sailings. This one specifically is for Christmas and New Year's, all round trip Miami, but going to some off the beaten path Caribbean ports. These aren't your typical Caribbean runs. As you can see, the smaller ports, and even going to Key West. As you know, the bigger ships as of right now can't go to Key West, but as of right now, we're still going there. So great opportunity there. Late nights in St. Martin, 10 p.m., 8 p.m. in St. Lucia, 11 p.m. in Barbados. So lots of time to enjoy those beautiful beaches of the Caribbean. During the winter, we will also be in South Africa. So during the summers, we're basically in Europe. And then outside of Europe, we're in South Africa, South America, Australia, New Zealand. So this one, we will be doing 12 and 13 night South Africa intensive voyages, round trip out of Cape Town. These are from December through February. As you can see, the variety of ports there. Lots of late nights here, 8 p.m. in Port Elizabeth, 9 p.m. in Richards Bay, 10 p.m. in Durban. But of course, the jewel of this itinerary is Cape Town. We're there for 2 overnights, so plenty of time to explore Cape Town. And we dock in the heart of Cape Town at the Victoria and Albert waterfront. So no need to transfer into town. You can walk off the ship right into the restaurants, shopping, and bars, and all the fun stuff. Also during the winter, as I mentioned, we'll be in Australia, New Zealand. This is one of my favorite down under sailings because it really gives you in-depth exploration of New Zealand. As you can see, very port intensive, but you also get 4 stops in Australia. It's hard to find these kind of itineraries where you get a nice balance of both New Zealand and Australia. This one's 17 nights. You have 4 late nights, Napier, Wellington, Hobart, and Melbourne, and then ending with an overnight in Sydney. So plenty of time to explore all these amazing destinations. And South America, our other winter destination coming up. So this one is 21 nights, and we do go to Antarctica. Now, we don't do any landings. We're not an expedition ship, but the scenery, as I haven't had the pleasure or honor of going to Antarctica, but it's definitely on my list. And just the views that I've seen and the pictures are just incredible. So we do get up close and personal down there. And this is San Antonio to Buenos Aires, 21 nights. You have an overnight in Punta Arenas and an overnight in Montevideo and a 10 p.m. late sail in Ushuaia. So even though this is going to be a little bit heavier in the sea days because of Antarctica, but you still get lots of port time here as well. Now looking forward to next summer, Europe is our baby. It's our focus, it's our specialty, and we have some amazing Europe itineraries. One of my favorites is the Black Sea. Such a gorgeous scenery, and the history and the food and the people, just amazing. This one is in June 5th, 12 nights, round trip Athens, very port intensive. 3 overnights here. You have an overnight in Odessa, an overnight in Istanbul, and an overnight in Athens as well, and late nights in Ephesus, Varna, Odessa, and Istanbul as well on the second nights there. So again, that's what we do, giving you plenty of port time to explore. Greece intensive. This is the first destination on my list of whenever we start sailing, this is where I'm going. Lori already knows it's on my list. That's where she can find me when we start sailing. And we know how to do Greece. We do more Greece ports than any other cruise line. 26 different ports combined with our different Greece intensive itineraries. We go to the big marquee ports such as Athens, Santorini, Mykonos, but then also going to those smaller ports off the beaten path where you're not going to get doing with other cruise lines. So this one is in June. I like June, just before the big hit of July and August. So not too hot, still hot enough for those beach days. This is 10 nights, perfect length, round trip Athens, and 3 late nights. The most important late night here is Santorini. As you know, going to Santorini, the main thing to do is to sit and watch the world famous sunsets. So while the other cruise lines are sailing off into the sunset at 5, 6 o'clock, we get to sit on the island of Santorini, drink the amazing Greek wine, enjoy the amazing food, the culture, the people, and watch the sunset from Santorini. Moving a little further north to St. Petersburg in the Baltic area. This is July 6th. Great time to do this region, as I'm sure you know, for the weather. 10 nights, Copenhagen to Stockholm. You have 3 overnights on this voyage, an overnight in Gdansk, and then 2 overnights in St. Petersburg. So 3 full days in St. Petersburg. Just like all the other ports, we go into the heart of the town, into the city center. Instead of docking out in the naval dockyard, which can take about an hour and a half each way, our guests walk off the ship. We are docked right by the Hermitage Museum, right in the heart of town, saving all that transportation time. With 3 days in St. Petersburg, you even have enough time to take the bullet train into Moscow and come back and still explore St. Petersburg. So lots of time here. And one last itinerary I want to feature. I love this one. It is a new one for us, Turkey Intensive for 2022. You're all very well, what should I say? You know a lot. I can't think of the word, but well-versed travel advisors. So I'm sure you know Turkey has something for everyone. The food, of course, is the first thing I think of, but the food, the drinks, the history, the architecture, the people, the shopping, the diving, the beaches, the snorkeling. Really, you could do something different every day. And it's an 8-night voyage with late nights in Bodrum, Ephesus, Capes, and then you have an overnight in Istanbul. You dock at 8 a.m. and you don't leave until 10 p.m. the next night. So truly 2 full days. So that is one of my favorites as well. And I'm going to hand it back to Lori now to walk you through our beautiful boutique hotel at sea.
Thank you, Tiffany. Boy, you got me excited to travel. And I love seeing Jill nod her head. I mean, Jill's all about destinations, so this is great. And we do have something for everyone, right? And it's so important to qualify your clients and make sure that we put them on the right products, right? We're small, we're boutique, and we're definitely destination focused. What I love is coming back home. And when I walk on board and I go into the main lobby area and I go up to Mosaic Cafe, they do know, Miss Lori, you want your soy latte with 2 Splenda. I get that in the morning. And in the afternoon, sometimes I want to meet up with friends, have a glass of wine, a cup of tea, who knows? But this is one of my favorite areas. All of our ships are identical. They look the same. They're beautiful. When we bought the Adonia from Carnival Corporation in 2018, we totally gutted her and we took out the casino. Actually, the Adonia didn't have a casino. So what we did was on the Quest, we took out the casino and we created the den, and then the Journey will go into dry dock and we will take out right now the machines and make it a full den. This is a great gathering spot. We've got a piano, we've got our shore excursion area, and it's just another area where a lot of people will go in the evening, late afternoon. It's beautiful. It's one of my favorite spots. That's a picture of Mosaic Cafe, where we have espresso, we have pastries in the morning, we have appetizers in the afternoon, and so forth. One of my highlights is to go up to the living room, which is on deck 10. And a couple of years ago, I was on board actually with 4 groups. So I know we have a lot of group advisors here that like to escort small groups. On this one voyage, it was May of 2019. The groups that I were escorting were not small. It was anywhere from 40 to 100 people. And it was amazing to see how we handled all these different types of groups. But there was one group that I had that was really fantastic to escort. It was Duckhorn Winery. And what was cool about that was to see the programs that we put together for wine tasting, wine pairing. And midway into the cruise, I found out that the wine experts were buying wine we were in Spain, bringing it back on board and going up to the living room and doing wine and tapas, because we have that every afternoon from 4 to 6. So it was great. We also have dancing in the evening in the living room, music. So it's really nice. Now we are country club casual on board. It's open seating in the dining room, but we do have 2 specialty restaurants. Now, Prime C is my favorite. It's kind of like going to a Ruth's Chris. And if you're in one of our suite categories, it's included. If you're not in a suite, it's a $30 cover charge. But remember, I told you all of your spirits, beer, all included. If you want an upgraded cocktail, there's an upcharge, or you could buy a beverage package. Now, Aquilina is the second specialty restaurant, and it's Italian and it's fantastic. Now we go to the accommodations. And I have to say, I wish I had one of our beds at home. They are so comfortable. The mattresses, the duvet covers, the linens, just fantastic. Now the average stateroom size, it's not extremely large, but it's very comfortable. The verandas are about 180 square feet. And it's just wonderful. Then we go to one of my favorite suites. They're called the Club Continent. There are 34 on board. Half of them have a walk-in shower and half of them have a bathtub, which, you know, your clients, there are some people that they want a bathtub. Now these suites, once you're in the suite category, you have a butler to assist you with all your needs. You get specialty dining included and a lot of space. Now, our heart, our soul is our onboard team. And many of them have been with us since the beginning. And our 3 ships right now are in Glasgow, Scotland. They're all together. And it's interesting to see, because right now it's really cold and snowy there. And Heike, our hotel director, is on board. Captain Philip, who is from Greece, is on board. So we've got a small crew on board, and more are coming on and getting ready to hopefully sail this summer in Europe. So why Azamara? More time in port, small boutique, not pretentious, wonderful. And now I'm going to hand it back over to Tiffany to talk about some of the amazing offers that we have out there. And I just want to say, we're not about price, we're about value proposition. And the most important thing to do is really get to know your clients. You all know that, you've been doing this for years. And it's that engagement. And I talk to agents all the time, and I know sometimes you feel, well, it's not the right time to promote. It's about the relationship. Just ask how they're doing. What, you know, how's life? How's the family? And where would you like to go in the future? And then you can tell them about an amazing offer that we have. So Tiffany, it's all you now.
Thank you, Lori. Just seeing those pictures and hearing the stories just makes me so anxious to get back on board. I did want to mention, I forgot, I don't know why I didn't include one of these, but one of our, to mention our voyages that are specially curated for world events. Lori mentioned groups, and that's what triggered me to think of this, because if you have any specialty groups or special interest groups, I should say, that would like to go to one of these events, would be a great opportunity to build a group around it. So some of the events that we specially curate voyages for are the British Open. So if you have any golf clients out there, great opportunity where they can actually go and attend the Open and watch it. We also go to the Monaco Grand Prix every year. So if you have any car fanatics, great opportunity there. In 2022, we are going to the World Cup in Doha. We are going to be there for 3 days. We'll be there for the opening ceremonies. So any soccer fans, sport fanatics, another exciting opportunity there. Carnival in Rio, we go there every year as well. if and when it's happening again, hopefully, fingers crossed, 2022. And the military tattoo in Edinburgh, which I've had the pleasure and honor of attending, and amazing. If you've not done the tattoo, if your clients have not done the tattoo, definitely recommend that as a bucket list destination and event. So just something to keep in the back of your mind if you have any special interest groups that would be interested in a group like that. So currently our wave offer, as you can see here, is save up to 40% on Voyages, is good until the end of March, so plenty of time to promote. In addition to the 40% savings, up to 40% savings, depends on the sailing and the stateroom. We're also offering free Wi-Fi for ocean views and above. Now we are adding more itineraries. As of right now, these only include up to about April of next year, but we are going to be adding some of our Europe 2022 sailings, hopefully within the next week or two. So keep your eye out on that. Going to be a great opportunity to reach out to people who may still be hesitant to book right now, understandably. In addition to our wave sale, we have a quick little flash sale happening until the 15th. This is where we have chosen a handful of itineraries that have the wave promotion, but also $500 of onboard credit for ocean views and above. So they're getting the $500 onboard credit, the free Wi-Fi, and the up to 40% savings. And as you can see, these are September to November of this year. So for those that are eager to get booked, this is a good opportunity here, and some really nice Europe itineraries, even those France and Spain intensive voyages that I mentioned earlier with the Bordeaux turnaround. So take a note of that. This ends the 15th. If you have solo clients that are flying solo these days, we do have some reduced single supplements on 63 sailings. And if you know Azamara, we normally don't offer this many single supplements on this many sailings. So it's great opportunity for your solo clients. Sailings from whenever we start sailing through March of 2022, and those will be updated as needed. To find all these deals and flyers and details and list of sailings, everything is on AzamaraConnect.com. That is your travel partner portal. This is your resource. We also post all of our webinars that we are doing lately. So we just had a Q&A with Nils, our AVP of sales. We also have our Destination Masterclass series all posted. These are hosted by Gina. Gina is our Director of Land Programs, and she dives deep into one country at a time, and her knowledge is endless. You will learn so much in an hour spending time with her, watching her webinars. So we just did South Africa, we've done Italy, France, Greece, Spain. We have South America coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. But if you need to brush up on any of your destination knowledge, please check out these webinars. They really are truly incredible. The feedback I get, it's really amazing. So AzamaraConnect.com. And before we go into Q&A, I just want to throw this out there. I know maybe right now isn't the best time to be doing a virtual event, but please keep this on your back burner. It's going to get busy very soon. And once your clients are ready to book, let me know. I'd be more than happy to partner with you. We can do a cruise night. We can do a trivia night. We can do whatever we want to. I customize events all the time. If you want to focus on one destination, or if you want to go for a group, maybe on one of those special voyages, I can promote that, dive deep into that one sailing, talk about what to do in each port, really customize it specifically for you and your clients. So please let me know how I can assist and grow our partnership. But otherwise, just want to say thank you so much. And Rick, I'll hand it over to you if you want to manage any of the questions.
Absolutely. Thank you both so very, very much, Lori, Tiffany. I'm happy to say I first met Tiffany, and I believe it was her first cruise, along with my first cruise on Azamara Quest one of the last Alaska cruises in 2019, and I knew that the right person had been picked for the position because she's really been an asset to my business for the last year and a half. So glad to have you on board. And by the way, Tiffany is also local to all of us here in Southern California. So if there's anybody, again, that needs some sort of on-site meeting or something like that, she's local to us all. So again, thank you both for being here. Let's see what questions that we have so far.
James, I love that you have a direct mail piece from Azamara. Thank you for showing us that. That's awesome.
And Dave, you asked for a copy of the slides. Yes, I can send a PDF of all of these. I'll send those to Rick, if you don't mind, Rick, sending those out. Yeah, for sure. Thank you for asking.
And as Tiffany was mentioning a consumer event, I'm going to share a story. Many of you know Lisa Kuhn, right? And she's not on this webinar today. I've known Lisa for many, many years, and we talked to Lisa, I don't know, it was probably about 6 months ago, and I said to her, why don't you do a Zoom like this with your clients and promote a Greece group? So long story short, and technology was not in her favor that day. She never did Zoom before. The great news about this is she had 26 of her clients that she's known for years. It was so funny. Like, I'm saying hello to all of you. They were all like, hi Karen, hi Leslie, and they're chatting, and we're like, okay, we want to do the presentation. So we did the presentation, we did a recording. Let me just tell you, she got 42 people signed up. Within 48 hours, she had 28 people set up. And I will tell you, we only had 26 on. So the word spread, the recording went out. We didn't do a sales pitch. Tiffany talked about the amazing destinations that we go to. That's what we did. The onboard team, the inclusions, and the dreaming. I spoke with Lisa early this morning. We are moving the group to 2022, but the good news is it's a solid group. So Tiffany is a fabulous presenter, as you just saw, and we'd love to work with you and customize a group. We love groups at Azamara, and we will be flexible. We like to be called Gumby, even though I can't do a backbend. I could hardly play pickleball.
Okay, do we have any other questions? One question I had when we listened to the Q&A about what was going to happen to Azamara Circle and the loyal clients. Could you go into that?
Yes, we're working on the details. We have our own loyalty program, Azamara Circle, and right now we're tied in with Royal Caribbean and Celebrity. So we don't have all the details worked out yet, but our loyalty guests are the most important. So we'll be enhancing those programs. Just as we work through things, everything will be updated on the Travel Partner Connect page and through Tiffany's communications. And if you're not on Tiffany's mailing list, please ensure that she has your email address and you'll get all of her communications.
You do have an awesome job from Leslie Marshall, from both of you.
Thank you, Leslie.
No other questions?
Thanks, James.
Okay.
Oh, cutie.
Oh my God, that's so cute. And Rick, thank you so much for inviting Tiffany and I today. It was really so great to see so many old friends. We look forward to seeing you in the future. And we're in this together. We love you all. And thanks again for the opportunity.
Well, again, I think it really shook a number of us up a couple of weeks ago to hear the announcement from Royal Caribbean, and just the idea that all of a sudden Princess's R8 ship was being sold. What a coincidence. So fingers were crossed there. So
we do have a question. Very good question, Melinda. What's the preferred supplier relationship with our host? We're looking to continue our preferred supplier relationship. I'm in Florida right now. I have a meeting with Alex Sharp from Signature on Thursday. I have a meeting next week with Nexion, our preferred partnerships that we're looking at continuing them.
Okay. If there are no other questions, I think we could probably get a pretty good group of us together to all play pickleball, because we played up here too. So looking to do that sometime.
All right, and James, we have a meeting with Virtuoso next, actually tomorrow we have a meeting with Virtuoso. So yes, we love our preferred partners.
I'm
Okay.
thinking that we can make a pickleball tournament on the day of our tailgate party on the
There
16th.
you go.
There you go.
If all we need is chalk, we've got the whole parking lot to ourselves.
I have a net. I have a net.
Okay, let's add that to the agenda.
Wait,
That might-
depending on how many people go, if it's in San Marcos, Leslie and I can coordinate some courts. So we'll definitely, right? Right, Les?
Well, we want it in the same location though as the trade show, so that we don't lose people.
Where is it gonna be?
Avoya. Brad
Where?
Anderson's parking lot.
Oh my God, that's 2 miles from our house. Okay, we'll do
you're
it that
there.
way. Okay.
Let me get on with the announcements if I may. Let's see, starting with February 23rd, again, talking about our own Cadell Felton and Fulu will be doing their useful apps for your customers while traveling. And if you have not listened to one of Cadell's presentations, they are very, very good. March 9th, and staying with our PATA area of the world, Bella, Guatemala. March 10th would be Star Clippers with Beth Lindsay. March 16th, we're tentatively, again, like I said earlier, trying to get our tailgate show off in San Marcos. Could I please get a yes or no if you could absolutely for sure be there, or you do not feel it's safe and could not attend? Jill, can you-
Bobby's, yeah,
Rick,
Bobby,
you
is
wanna
your hand?
explain- Rick, you want to explain what the tailgate is? It's basically
Okay.
the, yeah.
I know, but we have so few agents with their pictures and the others can't raise their hands. So Bobby, did you have your hand up or down?
maybe they can put it in
Okay,
chat.
Joanne's up. I can count them here. Diane. Don, he doesn't have his hand up. And Ellen? No? Okay. That's understandable. Betty? Hand up or down? A shrug. Okay. Yeah, Rick, I've got it.
Okay. See if any responses in. Yes for Cadell, Betty, no. Beth Taylor, no. Ellen, no. Any other responses that did get counted?
But can I have
Diane
a question? I have a question.
Okay,
But can the wholesalers, do they want to do it? That's just it. You know, you have a response from us, but how about them as well?
We were going to do it in January the 26th, and we had
Right.
10 suppliers want to do it. So we put them on the back burner
Oh, good.
until March.
Okay.
So we're not really worried about the suppliers, but the suppliers will be at their cars handing out the brochures from the trunk.
So how is that done? I don't understand. Okay.
With spaces in between.
Yes.
Oh,
So
okay. And then just to let you know, we are in the process of making arrangements. So please save the date for Wednesday, December 9th, 21 at Marina Village, our annual San Diego Travel Industry Party. So we are trying to go forward. And the board continues to plan to hopefully get us going again and have meetings live. Okay. Any other comments anybody like to make? Thank you, James. Okay, with that then, we'd like to thank everybody for attending, and we look forward to seeing everybody on the 23rd with Cadell. Thank you, and
Happy Valentine's Day.
happy Valentine's Day is right. Thank you.
Thank
Happy
you.
Valentine's Day.
Hold on, Rick.
Okay.
Stop the recording.